Alrighty, we got a question from a viewer. Ice and Meteor 3489 asks, does her off-field procs snapshot? So, e.g., if I switch from Burnice while Caesar's shield is active to trigger her afterburn effects, then switch her out, does the damage and build up from afterburn keep Caesar's 1k attack buff? He also goes on to ask about Lucy's interaction with Burnice and whether or not her buff works for Burnice's off-field damage as well. So that should be pretty straightforward to test, so let's give it a go. So to put it into simple terms, we want to know if Burnice's Scorch application snapshots or if it takes buffs live. So Caesar and Lucy are going to be two great examples to test this with. Caesar gives the on-field character 1000 attack, but that gets removed when you swap out and is instead applied to the new on-field character, while Lucy's buff applies to the entire team. So we want to apply the shield onto Burnice, have her apply Scorch, and then swap off to see if she still does that extra damage. So first we need to take a baseline, so here it is. This is using Burnice with 434 anomaly proficiency, and I've removed her signature engine so that we don't get any ramp up on damage, just to help it stay consistent. Instead, I've just got her using Soldier 11's engine so that she gets the same amount of attack. It's not like this really matters anyway, since we're not testing DPS here, we just want to see buff interactions. So it looks like we're doing 8930 damage per proc on Afterburn. So now we're going to change over to our Caesar team, and we're going to jump into Caesar and use her shield. And then looking at Burnice here, we can see that she's now got the 1000 attack buff. So now we'll apply Scorch, and then we're going to swap off back to Caesar. And there we go, 8930 damage. So that's a no to Scorch snapshotting. Okay, so now what about Lucy? So we can do the same thing, 8930 damage baseline, and then after we use Lucy's EX skill, we're doing 10,942 damage. So yes, we can confirm that Burnice can take on buffs while off field, and it does affect her afterburn damage. Okay, now for one final one, what about enemy debuffs? So the answer is probably pretty obvious, but here's Nicole and Burnice. So there we go, 8,930 to 11,337 with Nicole's defense shred.